It was a sweet weekend in Hershey for our local Philadelphia basketball teams. We'll talk about those games. We'll show highlights. We've got interviews. And Ace Carter is back in studio to try and pass our final basketball pop quiz of the season. All next on Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. Talking about one final thought. Let's get a big, bold prediction. Welcome to another edition of Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. I'm your host, Ari Bluestein, and joining me today is another pop quiz graduate, Geoff Harris of WCHE. Geoff, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for bumping me up. I'm excited to co-host the show.
Well, congrats on that. We have a lot of basketball to cover, and obviously we had the PIAA State Basketball Championships at Hershey from this past weekend. We had a lot of local participants, so let's start with the Nuemann Gorretii girls. Friday afternoon, winning again at the 2A level, just a dominant win over North Star.
And winning again on the defensive end of the floor, despite however many points they were able to put up, creating 27 turnovers by North Star, and then also scoring 33 points off of those turnovers was a big reason why they were able to win. Another big reason, Alisha Kebbe going to Syracuse next year, scoring 20 points, pulling in 7 rebounds. When you're able to operate both on the offensive and defensive ends of the floor, you're going to have some success.
Yeah, in addition to Kebbe, 3 other Nuemann Gorretii players scored in double figures, so a balanced attack plus that defense ends up giving Nuemann Gorretii their second straight state title. And in the nightcap, the Nuemann Gorretii boys also won the state title at the 3A level, and they end up setting a championship record, 99 points scored. Just an amazing, outstanding offensive performance for the Nuemann Gorretii Saints.
And a big reason for that offensive performance, you had 3 players. You had Quade Green, you had Zane Martin, Rasheed Brown, all scoring nearly 60 points combined for Nuemann Gorretii. That's a big reason why they completed the three-peat. Now that they have the state championship in there, back to South Philly, rounded up for them 3 consecutive years. And Quade Green, as we all know, one of the top point guards in the entire country. We're all excited to see where he goes in a year from now. But that's why Nuemann Gorretii was able to play so well and play so well for consecutive years.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the conversation again next year. Green's back. Demir Cosby-Roundtree is back next year. I'm sure there'll be some new players coming up for Carl Arragale. So Nuemann Gorretii continuing to dominate both the girls and the boys at the state level. Now on Saturday, a couple of other championships locally that was won. Archbishop Wood, they win at the 3A level, struggled offensively early, but it ended up defense was the name of the game.
Just like in that Nuemann Gorretii game, you saw Archbishop Wood force 15 turnovers by Villa Maria, despite, even Bailey Greenberg posting a double-double for Archbishop Wood. When you can create double-digit turnovers, your team is going to win and win at this level, and the result, a state championship.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Wood started slow, picked it up in the second half, and the defense really kept them in the game early on. And speaking of a slow start, Roman Catholic in the 4A boys game, which was the last game of the weekend, they were down 10-0 to Alderdice, and the Dragons were on fire and they were playing with such great intensity. The crowd was getting into it, but Roman ended up picking it up at the end of the first quarter and into the second, took a halftime lead into the locker room, and it was all Cahillites from there.
And Roman Catholic did what Roman Catholic usually does, and that is come back from adversity. Now they won. Now have their second consecutive state championship. You saw Nazir Bostic, Tony Carr, Lamar Stevens combined for nearly 60 points for Roman Catholic, all going up to State College next year to play at Penn State, which is a program, in my eyes, on the rise. And you saw exactly what Roman Catholic does, and that is dominate. They are ranked number 1 in the state, top 30 just about in the country, and they played Roman Catholic basketball.
Yeah, Lamar Stevens ended up with 27 points. So I'm excited to see him and Tony Carr and Nazir Bostic play at Penn State next year. So we had 4 champions, 3 runners-up. Unfortunately, a couple of the local teams lost. Mass Civics and Sciences lost to Kennedy Catholic in the A Boys Championship. Cardinal O'Hara girls lost to Cumberland Valley at 4A, and then the Mastery Charter North boys lost in 2A to an undefeated Aliquippa team, who actually was the runner-up last year, lost to Kamiah out of the Catholic League. But you take a look at these three teams, all phenomenal seasons, just unfortunately ran into some very good teams in the championship game.
And it's just a feat to get to this level, to move up the bracket and compete in a state championship game in your respective division. Is a tremendous feat for any team, but especially for a Cardinal O'Hara team, even though, the score is 57-34. When you play a player like Cumberland Valley's Kelly Jacott, who goes nearly 75% shooting from the floor, including 4 for 4 from the three-point line, it's going to be difficult for any team to win. But a tremendous feat for each of these three teams just to get to that level.
So we ended up with 4 champions, 3 runners-up. It was a great weekend for Philadelphia teams in Hershey. And when we return, we will continue on with our championship coverage here on Varsity Voice, presented by SFBN.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Bucksmont Indoor Sports Center is the area's largest indoor sports and event center with over 78,000 square feet of playing and expo surface. We offer year-round programs for toddlers to teens, as well as an extensive adult league program in a variety of sports. Celebrate your birthday with an unforgettable party. Choose from Nerf Turf Tag, Bubble Soccer, or a variety of activities for a party everyone will be talking about. Bucksmont is the first and only facility in the area to offer bubble ball soccer. See if you have what it takes to beat the bubble. Visit our facility, conveniently located in Hatfield, PA. For the love of the game, it's Bucksmont Indoor Sports Center.
I got the personal attention I needed, I had a lot of options when I graduated, and as far as I'm concerned, this is my dream job.
Ryder prepared me for my NBA career, and I also got the education that I need for life after basketball.
I had 6 teaching internships while I was at Ryder, and right after graduation, I started a career that I love.
Are you ready for prom? Well, SFBN is. We have partnered up with several local businesses to offer our high school viewers discounts on major prom-related purchases. Clark's Premier Limousine for transportation, the Men's and Boys Store for tux rentals, LB's Cuts for men's haircuts, In Good Hands Salon for hair and nails, and Dress Up Time for prom dresses. Go to www.sfbnprom.com to receive your promo code today.
Welcome back to Varsity Voice. As we just mentioned, we had a lot of local teams that had some success at the state championship level.
Take a look at some of the top highlights from this weekend in Hershey.
Here with Lamar Stevens. Great game by you, a lot of points, but it was very difficult early on. Talk about the early part of that game.
You know, they just came out playing really hard, and, we came out a little slow. But, I just have so much confidence in my team that I knew we weren't going to pick up and we weren't going to go down like that. So we picked it up and, we started defending, and, it led to us getting easy points.
Excellent effort by you and your entire team. Are you happy you came over from Haverford? Talk about that. Talk about the emotion of all this.
I mean, it means so much to me, me and Tony and Nazir and Paul Nuemann, we've been friends for so long, been playing against each other for so long. Being able to get these championships with them, it's just been special. And, I'm blessed to be able to do this and be able to play with such great people.
Congrats again. Have a good time tonight.
All right, thanks.
Here with the winning coach, Coach McNesby of Roman Catholic. What a game. It was a little sluggish at the beginning, and it took your guys a while to get started. Can you talk about that part of the game?
I think I tell our guys the game started at 8 o'clock, not 8:30. They started off a little slow, and but they're battle tested, and I wasn't really that worried because having Tony Carr as your point guard, he kind of really settles you down. And we got Daquan Davis come off the bench, give us a nice 3 to kind of get us on the board and calm us down. So once we settled in, we got a few stops. I think we were being pretty good.
What a game it was, and that's 2 in a row, Catholic League champs, city champs. and now state champs. Talk about how that feels. That's a lot of emotion.
It's a lot of talent in this state, a lot of talent in our city. So our seniors really stamped a legacy that's going to last forever. And we always talk about, as a senior, how do you want to be remembered? And on the basketball court, that's forever. That's in the history books as something special.
As was once said, they'll walk together forever.
No question. That's a great line, and I'm going to use that in the locker room.
Thanks, you, Coach.
Jack.
Thanks
Great
for being
to
here.
see you.
Congrats. I'm here with winning coach McDonald and Claire Bassetti of the Archbishop Wood Vikings. They just won a state championship. Coach, it's your first championship. It's very exciting. Tell us how you feel.
I feel unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm just so happy for these kids, so proud of these kids. My seniors really stepped up this season. Midway point, we had some losses on our belt. They stepped up. They changed the whole momentum of our season, the whole morale of the team. And now we're here reaping the awards. Won a Catholic League championship, a district championship, and now a state championship. I couldn't be any prouder of all these kids.
They've come a long way, and you've been a great coach. It's your second year in this program. And now there was a turnaround early in the game. It seemed like you were very slow getting started. And then there seemed to be a turning point. Can you identify that for us?
I think our defense really stepped up. I think we were a little tentative against their zone on offense, and our defense did what it normally does, forced some turnovers. It led to some baskets. The girls got confident, got settled in, and it just went our way from there.
There was a tee late in the second quarter, and I think you turned it around with 4 points. Did that help you a lot?
Every little bit helped, so it helped us, yeah.
Once again, congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
I'm here with Bailey Greenberg, a star player for the Vikings of Archbishop Wood and now state champions. Bailey, how does it feel? Tell us all about it.
It feels sweet because of the chocolate, but it's an amazing feeling. Our team worked so hard for this. All the girls, who play and who didn't, the bench is super supportive, and it's the best feeling ever.
Now, it got kind of physical there, especially at the end. There was a double tech, I guess it was, and a real hard foul on you. Can you talk about that?
So the girl just kind of hacked me, but my cousin got my back, Katie May, so she stepped in. So
it's nice to have relatives on the team, isn't it? Congratulations again, Bailey. It was a pleasure watching you win the championship.
Thank you.
Congrats. I'm here with Claire Bassetti, a senior from the state champion Archbishop Wood Vikings. How does that feel in your 17th state playoff game? Tell me all about it.
I'm honestly speechless right now. A lot of excitement, honestly. It's a great feeling. We worked so hard for this, and we've come so far to get here, so I think my team and I really deserve this.
This is your third state championship game, I believe, and the first one victorious. Isn't that a better feeling?
Yes, even better. Victories are the best, so can't beat this feeling.
It's great. You had a great moment. You turned it into a great opportunity. Congratulations to you, Claire, and to your team.
Thank you so much.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Quade, already your junior year, you are a three-time state champion. Not too many people can say that. What do you take away from these moments?
Cherish them, really. Cherish it. You never get it back. My 4 years almost up, so you never get this back.
And you finished today with 25 points. Just walk us through the game and how you felt throughout the whole thing.
I'll just say rhythm today. We had to come out for our wins for my seniors because we ain't win nothing all year. This is our first championship out of the whole year, so this was for them. I did it for them.
I know I was at the Palestra when you fell short to Roman this year, but I'm sure this filled the void for you.
Oh yeah, it ain't really do nothing for us, but we had to win this though. But the Kebbe League championship was very hard to lose though. It was very hard.
Thank you, Quade.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Coach, congratulations. This is your third consecutive state championship win. Let's just talk about this game and walk me through it.
Well, we came out, we made shots, and that makes it a lot easier. When we get rolling and we got those guys, when Quade and Zane really get going, it's kind of snowballs, and, she gets involved, and then Vaughn really runs the show for us and runs the team, and then we get Dot out of finish. I thought it was really big when Damir got in foul trouble and Emil came in and he really gave us a lift and helped us get that lead and get that separation in the second quarter, and then I thought we'd be in pretty good shape.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this tonight. You probably are, but you set a record for the most points scored in a state final at 99 points.
Yeah, they told us. I mean, I'm sure Amir's getting ribbed in the locker room for missing that layup. We could have had 100, but the most important thing is that we won the game, and we sent the seniors out on a good note.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
congratulations again to our 4 state champions and the 3 runners-up.
Coming up next here on Varsity Voice presented by SFBN, 2 players from the championship weekend in Hershey will be in studio.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
You like pro sports?
Yeah.
You like college sports?
Of course.
You like high school sports?
I guess.
Maybe you just don't know much about them.
Where can I go to learn more about Philadelphia area high school athletics?
Watch Varsity Voice every other Wednesday, 6 p.m. on TCN.
Welcome back. I am now joined by 2 members of the Nuemann-Gorretii girls basketball state championship team, seniors Alisha Kebbe and Kamiah Smalls. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Alisha, there's 2 gold medals are around your neck. It's got to feel good. Back-to-back state champs. How does it feel?
It feels really great. Everybody counted us out in the beginning of the season, and we came into every game as underdogs, and it feels really great to win, prove people that we're not just underdogs.
Kamiah, you had a tough loss in the Philadelphia Catholic League championship game to Archbishop Wood. How did you and your team rally for this state title run?
Well, that loss really set a spark in us. We got so used to winning that we felt like we couldn't be beat. And they just proved to us that we have to be on our A game every single game. Every time we step on the floor, we have to bring everything we have. And that really helped to take us to the state final.
Well, our own Frankie Stokes had a chance to talk to your head coach after the game, Andrea Peterson. Let's check out what she had to say.
Okay, Coach, let's just recap this game really quick. We had some big defensive plays. Defense came up really big today. What do you think were some key factors to hold the win?
Defense. I harp on my kids. Defense wins championships, and that they definitely did that. They definitely followed the game plan, and I told them going into the state championship, we got to play defense. We got to defend in order to win this game. They're going to get shots off. They're going to look to score. We got to box out. 3 of our goals were playing together, dominating the boards, and defense wins championships, and that was what was on the board today.
Okay, and you are officially back-to-back District 12 2A girls class championship. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. This is a group of great young women. It's bittersweet. It's one of those things that, like they said, oh, no practice tomorrow is the first thing they yelled. But, they're definitely sad. A few of our seniors were showing some tears. And, definitely for myself, when you get so close to these kids over 3-4 years, and it's just, wow, you work so hard to get here, and now it's done. But to go out on top is an amazing experience. I'm so glad we could do that for these young women.
All right, well, thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations.
Alisha, Coach talked about the importance of defense. How key has that been to your success over the last couple of years?
Our coach is really big on defense. She says that defense wins championships, and we just be aggressive on defense and really get after it. We'll be successful in the long run.
And Kamiah, Coach also mentioned about the great player coach and the relationship that you and your teammates have. How huge has team chemistry been to your success?
That may have been one of our biggest assets. We like to say this is our home away from home, and that everybody in this is one big family, and we wanted to prove to everybody that our family couldn't be broken and that nobody could keep us down or weigh us down, and that's what we proved.
Well, Alisha, Kamiah, congratulations again on your state championship, and thank you for joining me here on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more basketball talk next on Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. Pop Quiz is brought to you by Gear Up, a federally funded program designed to increase the number of students who are prepared to enter and succeed in post-secondary education. Gear Up provides early college awareness and academic support to students beginning no later than 7th grade, following them through high school graduation. For more information, go to www.philasd.org. Welcome back. It's time for the Pop Quiz, and we bring back our favorite student from the Philadelphia Inquirer, Aaron Ace Carter. Ace, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Final basketball pop quiz of the year. You ready?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, it's time for the pop quiz. Question 1. MCS and Mastery Charter North, they lost in Hershey this past weekend. So, between the MCS and Mastery Charter North games, the best individual performance was blank.
I'm going to go with Daquan Plowden. He's a 6'3", 6'4" junior for Mastery North. And, I hadn't gotten to see them a lot this year, but in this state tournament run, I saw them a couple times, and I was really impressed with his ability to dominate inside and outside. 24 points and 11 rebounds and 2 block shots in that game. Really is a nice shooting touch from the outside, a couple dunks inside. And so as a junior, he's one of the kids that I look forward to seeing next year because I think he can be a dominant force in the public league.
I'm going to agree. I was very impressed by Plowden, played a very good game against a great Aliquippa team, kept the Pumas in that game. And yeah, we'll see what he does next year. So I'm going to agree with you on Daquan Plowden. All right, question 2, getting to the teams who won the championship. What was the more impressive team performance? A, Nuemann Gorreetti's 99 points, or B, Roman's comeback to beat Alderdice?
Well, man, it's hard to go against 99 points, which was a PIAA record. But I'm going to go with Roman, and just because of the competition level that they played with the team, the Alderdice team, who had a lot of momentum coming in. A lot of people picked them to actually win the game. And it's not even for me so much the comeback. Roman was down 10-0 early, but they got back into the game, but it was, for me, it was the third quarter of that game where Lamar Stevens just absolutely took it over. A couple of dunks that sort of seemed to steal the life from Alderdice and their fans, and for me, that was the most impressive performance of the weekend.
That was impressive, but I'm not going against 99 points. Sorry. I know Roman had the tougher matchup, but Nuemann Gorretti putting up 99 in a high school basketball game, I'm sorry. That takes the cake there. So I'm going with Nuemann Gorretti's 99. All right, so kind of recapping the year. Who was the best player in the city for the 2015-2016 season? Was it A, Lamar Stevens, B, Quade Green, C, Ryan Daly, D, Duron Russell, or E, other?
Man, that's a tough decision. A lot of good players. I'm going to go, I'm leaning right now towards Lamar Stevens just because of that performance he had this weekend. But before you write anything down, I have a couple more days because I'll do the Daily News All City, but that'll be later in the week. So I'll make that decision then. But, it's such a tough call because you have all these great players. Ryan Daly had a really good season for Carroll, won the Catholic League MVP from the league coaches. And then Quade and Duron Russell, 2 top juniors that'll be great players next year as seniors. So there's a lot of talent to choose from. So yeah, I'm going to go with that.
So your answer is?
To be continued.
Well, I'm sorry, Ace. Your answer has to be in the form of an answer here, so that's wrong. I'm going with A, Lamar Stevens, and we gave him our MVP in our SFBN awards last episode. I mean, proof positive in the game on Saturday night in the state championship win. So I'm going with A, Lamar Stevens. All right, so looking ahead now to next year. True or false, Roman and Nuemann Gorretti will both repeat as state champs next year?
That's another good question. I'm going to go with false, though. And I think that Nuemann Gorretti probably has the better chance just because they bring back Quade Green, they bring back Daimir Cosby Roundtree, 2 of the best juniors in the state right now, and will be seniors next season. And then with Roman, Roman loses 4 or 5 starters or seniors this year, and so not sure what they'll bring back next year or who they'll bring in. And so for right now, I'm going to go with Nuemann Gorretti probably has a better chance, so I'll say false to the question.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say false as well, and yeah, for the same rationale. I mean, Nuemann Gorretti's got Green and DCR back. Roman, we don't know what their starting lineup's going to look like next year, so that is to be determined. So I'm going with false for now. All right, final question. Again, looking ahead to next year. A city team that did not win a state title this year, but could win next year is blank.
I'm going to go with MCNS, and I think, again, another team I didn't get to see a whole lot this season, but I was really impressed with the run that they made. A lot of success in the PIAA tournament, and I think, the most impressive thing is probably that they had, of their 5 seniors, no other 5 starters, no seniors. And so when you have that sort of talent and underclassmen coming back next season with the experience that they just went through in the tournament, getting to the championship game, I think that'll work for them next year. And Eddie Croswell is a 6'6" sophomore. And then Quasier Ransom, hit a couple big threes for them, including the game winner to send them to the finals. And so I look for that team. I look for the Mighty Elephants to make a run again next season.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say MCNS as well. I mean, Croswell, I was very impressed by him in that state semifinal game against Constitution. Obviously, Ransom had the big game winner in that game, and they have a very young team. If they can keep that core together, they could potentially make a state title run. So with that last question, congratulations, Ace. You passed our pop quiz.
Thanks for having me.
Aaron Ace Carter, thank you very much for joining us today. Check out what's coming up on the Sports Fan Base Network. Well, that about wraps things up for this edition of Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. And Geoff, that closes the book on basketball season. And next episode, we're going to get into our spring sports, and there was certainly a lot to cover.
Basketball was fun throughout the winter and even, parts of the spring, but looking forward to volleyball, baseball, softball, everything that the spring brings.
Yeah, lacrosse as well. Should be a lot of fun. Geoff, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
For Geoff Harris, I'm Ari Bluestein. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a good night.
Select video equipment for Varsity Voice has been provided by DMP Video. DMP Video. You provide the moment, we'll capture the memories. For more information about our videography services, please go to our website at www.dmpvid.com.
Sports Fan Base Network, this area's leader in high school sports broadcasting, is continually bringing you the most in-depth coverage. Join us for Varsity Voice every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. on TCN, where we'll have interviews with players, coaches, writers, and more, plus analysis, highlights, and in-depth features on major topics in the Delaware Valley high school sports community. Tune in every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. on TCN for the best high school sports show around, Varsity Voice, presented by SFBN.